Hello everybody and welcome to today's episode. My name is Jesse Ngonyama and I work in the comms team at Northumbria Healthcare, and today I'm joined by two up-and-coming basketball players for the Newcastle Eagles, Sam and Sauveur. So how are you both doing?
Yeah, good, thanks. Yourself?
Yeah, good, not bad.
Good, thank you. So you came up in the Eagles program. You've been an Eagle for a while now. You came up through the system and stuff, and you've landed yourselves in the senior teams. So could you talk to us a little bit about that journey? Sam first.
So that journey started from when I was probably year 5, year 6 really. The Eagles do this program through the ECF, the Eagles Community Foundation, called Hoots for Health. I was a part of that program as like a kid, and obviously throughout that I've been with the Eagles. I've been playing basketball throughout school, and yeah, I've just been playing up and up and up. So I went, I was playing in under 14s, then under 16s and under 18s, then playing this thing called EABL.
What's that?
Yeah, so EABL is, I think it's Elite
Academy Basketball League.
Elite Academy Basketball League. So like it's basically all like the colleges and all that. Yeah, it's basically all the colleges and sixth forms, the best ones. They all compete in like a league, and then throughout that, obviously they saw some potential in me and they signed me on. I'm sure Sauveur will probably have the similar story. We
basically had literally the exact same story.
Yeah.
Because like we went to the exact same primary school as well.
Yeah.
And like we pretty much lived in the same area.
Yeah.
About 5 minutes away. Yeah, literally everything he just told you.
He did as well.
I've been through the same thing as well.
So you both came up through the ranks, and as you said, you've had very similar kind of stories. You grew up in the same school and stuff like that. So what's your friendship dynamic like? I imagine you'd be close. Like how was that?
Yeah. Well, I would say we're very close. Yeah, best mates. So.
Yeah, probably one of my closest friends.
Yeah.
What was it like to grow up as an Eagle and then take that next step to come into the senior team?
Mm-hmm.
It was good. It was a lot at first, like when I first got into the team when I was like 17, because it was like a step up. I think I was just randomly like walking to college one time and I got a text from one of the older coaches, Ian McLeod. He was like, "Oh, you want to come practice with him tonight?" I was like 3 o'clock or something. Then we had a game like coming up, like it was a preseason game coming up, I think, against USA Select, I think, and then yeah, just went from there. Like after that, it just like kept on going from there. Really took a step forwards from there.
Mm-hmm. For me, I mean, it was crazy because like I remember being like me and Sauveur talking about this day. I remember like being a kid and coming to like the games at Sports Central, the old arena, and like watching the guys and thinking like I'm never ever gonna like play on that level.
Yeah.
Like these guys, like back then they were like
looked crazy.
huge. Like they were like the all like look like bodybuilders back then to me anyways. So I was thinking, nah, I'm never gonna play like that level. Like the pace was just too fast. Like, but as you get older, you like adjust to it. And, like you stay in the gym, you work hard, and then like you see someone that is like on that level that you can maybe compare yourself to, and you say, oh, maybe I could do that too, and you just go from there really.
That's amazing. You spoke about kind of when you first came into it, it felt like a lot. Did it almost, well, it was obviously a step up, but did you feel like kind of out of place during that moment when you took that step up?
At first, yeah, definitely, but then you just like eventually learn, because obviously like I was playing EABL, I was like, compared to like the pro league, it's a lot scrappier, a lot more like not as structured. But once you play with the pros, everything kind of like slows down a lot more, and like it's more of like a mental game. Whereas like EABL is like, a lot of people have a lot of talent, and like it's kind of like most people come from being the best player on their team. Like when you get to like the pro level, so like it was a big adjustment. Just like learn that like you just have to like kind of just like fill your own role kind of, and like just like really just listen to like your like vets and stuff and just take a step forwards with that really.
Do you feel like there's a level of ego that you had before which you kind of had to drop or subdue when you came?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like everyone that plays a sport like a high level has to have some sort of ego, because like if you don't once you get in between like the court, like everyone's just like trying to like no one really cares how you're feeling, whatever. So like everyone needs to have some sort of ego about them. But like definitely like dropped a little bit, because realizing like you're not always gonna be the best player on the team. Like doing like running the offense and everything, you just have to like really just play a role, like do what's best for the team, rather than trying to like do everything yourself kind of. So like you definitely have to drop your ego a little bit to like kind of like meet the team's needs and like just what they need from you really.
So I imagine again, the step up would have been like a big high in your career, like a big moment for both of you. Have you experienced any lows in the career that you've had so far?
I mean, yeah, a lot. Mostly to do with like being here at the Eagles. Like sometimes you'll have like a bad practice day, and like you just feel like the
Mess
coach
up your
is
whole
on
week.
to you. Yeah, the coach is on to you. You go home just deep in it, like. But you just gotta bounce back. There's nothing you can do but come in the next day. Are you gonna come in the next day and just do the same thing, or you're gonna come in the next day and be better? Like that's the mindset you gotta have really, because it can really get like peak, like
Yeah, because especially like as a young player, for example, if you have a bad practice, like and now the coach is getting onto you, everyone's getting onto you now, like it's almost as like they don't respect you now. Like, so like you kind of have to like literally just have to like kind of brush it under the carpet a little bit, because if you just let it get to you, then like you're just gonna keep playing bad at this point, because like it's definitely at this level a lot of it comes down to like having confidence and like actual just self-belief kind of thing. But like 'cause if you don't, like then you're just done really, like kind of thing.
Yeah, so basketball is a very intense sport, as you've spoken about. If you have like an off day, you know, everyone can be onto you. But how do you manage that pressure with people like kind of chiming in and stuff? Like, what things do you do to, again, make sure you still have belief in yourself and make sure you're still right mentally?
I mean, for me, I would just say like get your reps up. Like, if you have like a bad day, still make sure you're like shooting after practice. If you have a bad day, let's say, because like when I was playing, I'd play for like 3 different teams. If I had a bad day, I'd make sure that night when I go practice for my uni team, like they'll be worse than like the pro guys. Obviously, I'll make sure I kill over there, like try to get my confidence up. So for me, that's what I would try to do. And then when I come back the next day, I would know, okay, I'm a bit more prepared today to do it again. But yeah, that's just me really.
Yeah, similar, but just kind of like on the don't like take what they're saying as like bad or nothing. Like obviously in the moment it'll seem like they're kind of like being harsh or whatever, but like kind of like just try to take what they're saying and just apply it next time, and just try to be better really, and just all like you said, just try to do the right things really, and just like I'd similar as well. Like I had 3 different teams as well, so like I just try to go do the same thing as well when I go play it. At my uni teams, because like when you go play with them as well, like the game will slow down a bit more because you're practicing with pros a lot, so like that can kind of get you, like your confidence back up, getting those kind of reps up, and just that will help you as well. But other than that, just like just try to have a better day, because you are gonna have bad days and you're not always gonna have a good day as like as an athlete. So you just have to like kind of just accept that and just try to be better and just try to do the right things.
So outside of basketball, you spoke about there, like, you know, if you feel like you're having an off day, you just go back to the gym, like work on your game. But outside of basketball, what things have you done to kind of take that pressure, that bridge, like off your head?
I don't know, that's a good question. I don't know.
Your life is pretty much basketball. Like,
Yeah, it
when
really
you,
is.
When you're like playing with like, cause like you said, like he plays for 3 different teams now. Like I've done that as well. Like your life is pretty much basketball and like university. Like to be honest, like you don't really get much time to like yourself really.
Yeah.
Which is fine, cause like I love playing it. Like I enjoy doing that. Like I don't mind it being this way. Like this is what I love to do. So like for me, it's not deep. Like I don't have much like of a social life, but for me personally, I don't really care about having a social life. Like I'm playing basketball now. Like I'm getting to play with like the Newcastle Eagles, like the most winningest team in history. Like I'm getting to play with professional players every day. Like that's a privilege to me. I would take that over going out or like doing stuff with my friends. Yeah, I'll still talking, but like doing stuff with my friends any day. Like for me personally, but
yeah, I guess you just like Sam says. I guess you kind of just like gotta remind yourself of like the situation you're in. Like just because you have one bad day, like a lot of people like want to be in your position, but they're just not. And like you've put the work in to be here, and you're here for a reason. So like you just gotta understand that like you can be better if you've had like a bad day kind of thing, and just kind of like reassure yourself of that, and then keep going.
Yeah. Are there any support systems that have been in place? Like, I mean, you said like you'd rather take the basketball over like a social life, but is it still important that you have friends like each other or family members that you're able to speak to if you're having an off day?
Yeah, it definitely helps, because like obviously me and him, like we're doing like the same thing, and like we've been in like, the same place, so I can just go to him about any like concerns I have, and like I'm like really integrated in like the basketball community across Newcastle. Like like all the teams I play for. You can go to them about like stuff. I'll go to my family about some stuff, but not all. I have got friends that I go to about stuff as well. My girlfriend as well, yeah. But yeah, I do have a good support system, to be fair.
Yeah, similar really, just obviously Sam, like, you could probably relate to him the most out of anyone, like just in life, to be honest, with like a lot of stuff, but.
Both from the same country as well.
Yeah,
speak the same
literally,
language.
like,
Congo.
Nice.
yeah, both speak the same language, like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's wild.
So, as you spoke about, there's so many things that you relate on, and you know it's easy for you to come together and speak about things because you relate. It's that relatability, isn't it, that you're able to speak to someone who has been in the same kind of situation as you, knows what you're going through as well, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely, yeah. Like with us going through the same thing, like it's easy to like kind of like bounce off each other. Like if he has a bad day, like I know what it's like to be in that position, so I'll like try to pick him up after that. And like I can see, because I've been through it myself, I can be like, oh, maybe you could like, I know they're getting on to you, but like just try not to take it too personally. I can see like you're taking it too like personally, and you're letting it affect like the next play, you know what I mean? Just try brush it off. But just things like that is like a lot easier when you have someone like.
Yeah, it has a different effect for sure, because like if I just like went to like one of my friends I don't really know basketball like that, it's like I get you trying to help, but it's like it's different when it's actually someone who's been there, understands like what's really like going on for real. So like like it's
they
easier
can't
to,
help in like the way you need them to help. Like the way that's actually gonna like that's actually gonna like make a difference to like and like help it, like maybe like prevent it next time. Like they won't be able to help in that way. But so it's good to have him here. Like if he was here doing this by himself, like I'm sure it would be like a lot less enjoyable. The same with me, if I was just here doing it by myself, I'm sure it would be a lot less enjoyable because he'd be literally the only young guy on the team. Like everyone else, like 25 and above, 26 and above. So yeah.
I think in childhood, specifically, I mean, you're both still young adults, but in childhood it's important for young men, young boys, to have positive male role models. I think it's something that impacts a lot of children, having absent fathers and living in lone parent households. You know, it can affect their mental health, and it can, I guess, not lead them and guide and support them in the way that they need. So for both of you, who have been your positive male role models who you've looked up to and who've helped to guide you?
For me, probably my dad. Yeah, probably my dad. I only really met him when I was like, I think like 11, because like, he was in Africa trying to get a visa to come over. But like since then, it's always been good. He's always showed me how to like work hard. Like he worked very hard to get where he's at, and he just gives a lot of good like sound advice as to what I should be doing, and I feel that I can trust him with anything. I can come to him about anything. I can trust him with like that information. Like he's gonna give me like good advice for me. Like he's not gonna say it for like his own benefit. Like he wouldn't do that. He was gonna say like the best thing for me to do would be to do this. But yeah, he's just always looking out for me. Yeah.
And for you, I mean, you've grew up part of the Eagles program. Have there been like good positive male role models within the Eagles who have kind of helped you along your journey?
In the Eagles program, I'd probably say Darius.
Darius?
Yeah, I would say Darius, because he's been here for he's been here for all the championships really. So like, if there's anyone to talk to about basketball that knows everything, knows what to do, it's gonna be Darius really.
As you spoke about previously, you said you've played for 3 different teams, you play for 3 different teams. It seems like a lot to manage, a lot to balance. So how are you able to manage all these different teams and pressures from different kind of levels?
I think you just kind of get used to it at some point. It's definitely tough. Like, it's more tough physically, if anything, more than anything, because like it's a lot of basketball being played. Definitely mentally as well, it's tough. But yeah, you just kind of like, I guess you just got to know like your body and just know like when to when to practice and when to not really, essentially. Because like if you just overdo it sometimes, then you just it might go wrong. You might hurt yourself, injure yourself. But yeah, it's just about balancing it really. That's it really. It's about the balance.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is just about balancing it. Like, I mean, you say balance it, but like, it's just hard. Like sometimes you'll have like practice in the morning, then practice in the evening, then morning, evening, then game. Then like you'll have like away on the weekend, then you come back to practice in the morning. Like, it's hard, but like when you love doing it, it makes it a lot easier.
Yeah.
So like you're not coming on the court being like, I gotta do this again. Like you're coming on the court being like, yeah, I'm ready to play now. So it does make it a lot easier when you have that type of mindset, like when you really love the game. So.
And at the same time, like if you just know like you're doing all this, then you're really doing everything you can do really to like make sure like you do the best you can in the sport really. So like yeah, if playing for 3 different teams isn't enough to like know you like really putting work to like try like be the best you can be, then yeah, that's not much really that is.
You touched on it being mentally demanding, but also very physically demanding. And with it being physically demanding, you know, with so much going on, with so much practice, so much games, it can lead to injuries, which are a very inevitable part of sport. So is injuries, well, have you experienced any injuries in your time?
Well, I'm injured right now. I tore my ACL. This is the second time I tore it, unfortunately. So I'm trying to get back now, but with like injuries, it's just like, you just gotta take it day by day. Like when it happens, obviously you're gonna be upset, annoyed, frustrated. You're gonna want to like blame different things. Like, but at the end of the day, it's happened, and you just have to. Well, you just have to get over it. Really, like there's nothing more you can do other than try to get back the best way you can and take it day by day. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm half surprisingly not like experienced many injuries to be honest.
Yeah, he never gets injured, so.
Yeah, touch wood. But yeah, hopefully I'll continue with that. Like the most I've had is probably like a grade 2 ankle sprain. Like I've had to get surgery, like get my appendix taken out, but that's not really like nothing I could control. But yeah, but other than that, like yeah, I haven't really like experienced injuries much honestly. Like I've been quite fortunate to not have.
Looking ahead to the future, both of you are still very young and hopefully have a long kind of career still ahead of you. But as we spoke about, you know, injuries come into it, and with sports, careers in sports, there's a level of uncertainty, isn't there? It could be over in a very quick amount of time, or, you know, perhaps you don't, or potentially people don't kind of reach the heights that they wish to reach. So keeping an eye on the kind of the longer term, how do you cope with those pressures knowing that careers in sports can be very short and unpredictable?
You just gotta prepare in it. Like you gotta prepare for a life after basketball. Like for me personally, I know like basketball is not like the be all and end all. Yeah, I'm gonna work, and then like for me in basketball, I've always said I wanna be the best I can, and that's it. Like there's no other. Like if I try to be the best I can every day, there's not much more I can do other than that. Like I've done all I can and try to get to like the most elite level I can, which I think I have. So I'm just gonna try to stay as low for as long as possible. But as soon as basketball stops, that's okay. Like I'm ready to move on to the next chapter already.
Yeah, like Sam said, just pretty much just take every day as it comes. Like just cherish every moment. Just like put everything you can into it, and then you can live with the results. If you like did things that you can't, like questioning like, oh, could have done this, could have done that, then you'll keep questioning yourself. But if you just know you're putting like your all into it every day, then you can live with the results really and be happy with yourself after.
So life after basketball, have you thought about what that looks like for you individually?
I haven't, I'll be honest. I haven't, not yet.
And you?
For me, I haven't thought about exactly what I want to do, but like I know the field I want to go in. I just graduated from Newcastle, so hopefully I'm gonna use my degree, and I want to go into a master's as well at Newcastle as well. So hopefully I'll use them 2 degrees and get somewhere like that. So yeah.
Amazing. I think university is a very big transitionary period for a lot of young adults. It can be, you know, a time where a lot of young adults may come out of it and be like, oh, this was the best time of my life. But for other people, it may be a time where they become really isolated, they get lost, and they go in a downward spiral mentally. What were your experiences like in university? I mean, obviously you were still here, well, you know, playing basketball and stuff, but overall, what were your experiences like in university?
It's definitely difficult to balance it with basketball for sure, because like, especially like with how many teams you play for, like it can get mentally draining. But yeah, it was definitely difficult, not gonna lie. To put it like short, really, it was a difficult experience. But yeah.
Yeah, for me it was very difficult, to be fair. Like in terms of like the workload, like I did a math degree, so in terms of like the workload doing that, it was like unbelievable. I mean, I would say if I didn't, because I injured myself, in my third year of study, and I wasn't doing like great before then, and I needed to get like a 2-1, and luckily I got it. But if I didn't injure my knee, and I was still playing basketball, I wouldn't have got a 2-1 for sure, because I was just playing for so many different teams. I was just doing so much different stuff. Like my whole focus wasn't on my studies. So maybe it was God's plan that I did that, and for me to eventually do well in my degree. But yeah, for sure, it was very hard to balance it.
A blessing in disguise.
Yeah, that's the way I think about it.
Yeah,
sometimes.
definitely. So, did you ever feel like, I mean, you kind of alluded to it, but did you ever feel like it was just way too much? Like, did you get to that point, that tipping point almost?
Yeah, for sure, like a lot. Yeah, it's tough to balance it out as well, but you kind of just have to like find a way and just grind through it, honestly. But yeah, it's tough because like there's a lot on your schedule, and sometimes like you're forced to like maybe miss uni sometimes, and just for practice, or miss practice sometimes for uni. Either or, but yeah, you just gotta find a balance and just push through it really. But, yeah, it's
How
definitely,
did you find that balance?
I'm still currently in uni right now, so like I'm still trying to find a balance now.
Still in the process.
Yeah, still in the process of it now, but yeah, it's definitely like I'm definitely like figuring out a bit better now than I was like in the past for sure. But
yeah, you get better at it, but you're never gonna be perfect. Like some days, like you just can't bother to do it. Like some days I'll like go home from practice. I'll have to nap. Like there's no choice.
Yeah,
I need to nap. Like. And then when you nap, you might oversleep, and you gotta just run out for practice in the evening. Yeah. And then you got no time for school.
Now you know it's the end of the day.
Yeah, there you go. And then when you come back, you're too tired to do anything.
And then next day you got practice.
Yeah, see.
Relentless.
Yeah.
Caught in a loophole.
So I guess we'll just go to the final question. What do you think more young people can do to improve their mental health and mental well-being?
I guess just, I don't know, just be more open about it, like how you're feeling, and just let people know, like, just talk to people, I guess. Like, that's the best thing you can do, just talk to people, but other than that, obviously no one's a mind reader, so yeah, I guess just communicate. It's the best thing I can say, really. Yeah.
Anything to add?
I can only speak of myself, really. Like, I just try not to take it too seriously. Like, if I'm doing bad at uni, like, it's not the end of the world. Like, it's gonna get better. Like, I don't know. Like, just don't take it.
Ahead for brighter days, I guess.
And just don't take yourself too seriously. Like, like it's like someone's always doing worse. Like, for me, it's never been that bad. Like, even when I had like them injuries, I'm like, someone's doing worse. Someone's lost a leg. Like. You know what I mean? Like it's not the end of the world. You just need to look forward. You know what I mean?
It's never as bad as it is, and it's never as good as it is.
Yeah, like when you come out on the other side, because like normally like everyone does, you're gonna look back and think, yeah, like I got through that. Like yeah, you can always get through it.
Well, it's amazing to have you both on the podcast. It was great to speak to you both. So thank you for coming along, and thank you everybody for listening.